All right, welcome to Chapter 13 Review Part 2. Again, I encourage you to pause the video, try these questions, including this one, before watching the solutions. Okay, exact values. All right, so basically the first step on these is you got to draw the angle in the coordinate plane. So on this one, we're going to draw a positive x-axis for our starting point. It's a negative angle, so we're going to go down. So this would be down 90. And then I got to go 30 more, right? To get to 120, if I've gone 90, subtract, I got to go 30 more. So I'm going to kind of estimate a 30-degree angle right there. Okay, and then when you draw your right triangle, always draw it back to the x-axis. So I'm going to draw it back here, draw a right triangle. Okay, and because this angle is 30, this one is 60. So it's our 30, 60, 90 triangle. And then these pictures, again, will be right on top of the test. So just copy down the info. So the hypotenuse is always 1. The short leg here is half. And the longer leg is square root of 3 over 2. Okay, and then before continuing, we do got to think, are any of these negative? So think of it as an xy coordinate plane here. And I went left on the x-axis. So this one is negative. And we went down on the y, so this one is also negative. So they're both negative in this case. Okay, so now we got to do cos. So our reference angle, again, is this angle in the middle here. This is our reference angle, the angle right here in the triangle. And so cos is adjacent to hypotenuse. So the cos for a negative 120 is just adjacent, which is negative 1/2. Over hypotenuse, which is 1. All right, and then divide by 1 doesn't do anything. So the cos of negative 120 should be negative 1/2, right? And I would encourage you to check this out on your calculator. Cos negative 120. Okay, and we can see it works out to be negative 1/2. So that's a way to verify that our answer here is indeed right. Okay. Next up is to find the angle in the coordinate plane. And on the test, you're given a pair of coordinates like this. So we're given an xy coordinate pair. But again, I would draw back to a right angle back to the x-axis. So just draw that in there. And then our angle is going to be like over 180, right? Because here's 180 and goes a little bit beyond that. So the key to this is to find this angle, I call it theta. And then just do 180 plus whatever this extra piece is. To find this angle, you can just use the legs. Technically, they're negative, but like for our purposes here, I just treat them as like this is a length of 4 and this is a length of 6. Okay, so if we have these two sides, we're going to use either inverse, sine, cos, or tan. And I'm going to label them quick. If this is my reference angle, this would be the adjacent leg and this would be the opposite leg. Right, so we can say the tan for our angle, the tan ratio is op 6 to adjacent 4. And so to find the angle itself, we just type inverse tan of 6/4 in your calculator and make sure you're in degree mode. All right, so my inverse tan key is right here. So I did second this key and then 6/4. So it's about 56.3 degrees, right? And that's not my final answer. That's just, this is 56.3. So my final answer for x here, so x, this angle, blue angle x, is just 180 plus that 56.3, right? Because I had to start here on the positive x-axis and go all the way around. So this one would be, let's see, so it would be 236.3, I think, if I'm doing that mental math right. But it's a 236.3 degree angle, what's shown in blue there. Okay, and I do want to hit a review one here. So this is a matricy one. So again, pause the video and see if you can make some sense of this. Okay, in order for these matrices to match, all the corresponding entries would have to match, which means the upper lefts would have to match. So that expression would have to equal -5, and then you can just solve it with algebra. Add 2, so negative t equals -3, and then divide by -1, so t is 3. Similarly, this would need to equal this if the two matrices are equal. So you have 4y plus 2 equals 22, minus 2 from both sides, divide by 4. Okay, so there's some sort of matricy review on this test. So that's why I threw this question in here. All right, that should cover it. So I think I hit everything that's on the test in these 2 videos. So thank you for watching, and good luck with the test.